Hello, welcome to Chris's Beer Reviews. How are you? Hope you're all doing really well. It's time for a beer review. We're going to do a side-by-side on this video, as you can see from the thumbnail. And I'm just going to move my chair in. I'm going to sit down. I don't know why I'm standing up. I'm going to sit down. It's going to take a while. So yeah, we're going to do a side-by-side. And this is a side-by-side from a Festbier that I've picked up on the internet. This came from Trembling Madness. It's the Giesinger Festbier. Looking very festival-like on the artwork. And we're going to put it up against one of the Festbiers from the Lidl Festbier / October Fest beer box. I'm out of breath for some reason. I'm out of breath. And we're going to look at the Bischofshof. Great name. The original Festbier. That comes in at 5.4%. The Giesinger comes in at 6% ABV. So if you bought the 10 pack from the Lidl, these work out at £2.50 each, which I still think isn't bad money for a 500ml bottle of German beer. So £2.50 versus the Giesinger Festbier coming in at 6% ABV, and that cost £3.55. So there you go. We're going to put them in identical glasses. So everything is fair and balanced. Two identical, pretty much identical Brannick glasses. I think they are identical. They are indeed. So I think it's worth doing this comparison. There's the Giesinger bottle cap. I think it's worth doing. Comparing them to an online beer. But what we've got to remember is, you know, Lidl aren't Marks and Spencer's. They're Lidl. They're a budget supermarket, so they're not going to put, you know, super. Well, they're just not going to put really expensive German beers in, are they? It's as simple as that. You know, is £3.55 really expensive for best part of a pint of Fest beer? Probably not. I think you kind of get where I'm going with this comparison. I hope so. In my head, I know what I'm doing. Whether it comes across that way, I've got absolutely no idea. So there's the Giesinger. That's in. Let's get the Bischofshof. Let's get that in. So £2.50 effectively versus £3.55, and that's definitely got a better head on it than the Giesinger. I didn't do much different on the pour, but that's certainly got a bigger head. You know, and with Trembling Madness, I mean, delivery these days has gone up. I'm sure it's gone up. UK mainland parcel force is £6.25. And, you know, you think about that little box, it was 10 beers for 25 quid. Now, on this Trembling Madness order, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 beers that came in, all in with delivery at 54 quid. There are a couple of beers in there that are reasonably expensive. There's 2 canned beers that were a bit lumpy. So, yeah, you know, you've got to take all these things into account. So, you know, I give little props for putting this out. Let's get that in. But definitely a much better head on the Bischofshof than the... I can't even get that all in because of the head. So let's have a look at them. Quite a difference in terms of head. Colour-wise, colour-wise, they're identical. They are pretty much identical. But the Lidl, call it Lidl, the beer from the Lidl box, certainly looks better. It's got a much better head, a nice big German head as you'd expect. Maybe I poured that one a little bit slower, who knows. I want all of this in for it to be fair. It is all now in. And it's a great looking beer, that one. That looks fantastic. The Giesinger doesn't look so fantastic. Let's go on the aroma of the Giesinger, £3.55, 6% ABV. And that does smell a bit syrupy. It was one of those little beers I had yesterday. I didn't review it. It was super syrupy. I mean, that doesn't smell amazing. It doesn't smell absolutely inviting. But it doesn't smell bad. Let's have a little go on Bischofshof original Festbier. God, it's a bit too much. Not that in the way, I think. It doesn't smell of much. It really doesn't smell of much. Which one do we go with first? Let's go with the Giesinger, because that's got a bit of a head looking after it. This hasn't. Let's get straight on with this one. Cheers. Yeah, see, it's got a bit of a... Definitely, it's a bit of brown bread. It's definitely got a sweetness to it. Have I ever had anything from Giesinger? I don't think I have. I don't think I have. It's bready, it's malt, it's got a bit of malt to it. It's got a syrup kind of kick to it, which I'm not particularly enjoying. Carbonation's decent. Mouthfeel is pretty okay. Terrible. Mouthfeel is okay. Let's have a go on the Bischofshof. Cheers. That's very difficult to split those. Pardon me. Actually, I think this is better. It's got more of a peppery finish. It's not as syrupy as what do they call it? A Giesinger is. But now drinking that after that, that kind of now taste, the taste has improved. That's really difficult to split those. £3.55. So if you try to buy that on its own, the Trembling Madness, which I'm sure you can buy single bottles, that'd be £3.55. I think that'd be £7 postage. It's nonsense, isn't it? You just wouldn't buy that individually at that postage. Absolute nonsense. £2.50, no postage, but you have to buy a 10-pack to buy it. And most of the beers that have been in that 10-pack they've been all right. The one I had last night was a bit ropey, to be fair, but that's okay. So if you took the price of the ropey one out and added that onto the others, you're still not near the £3.55 mark. And that you'd have to pay postage on. What a long, boring video. I can't split them. To start with, that didn't taste great. Then I drank that and thought that was okay. Then drank that straight after, and something about drinking that amplified the flavours in that. I don't know what my point is. I don't know if I had a point. I think I kind of in my head I had a point, but now I don't know what the point was. But the point was, I think that Aldi box, Lidl box, is okay value for money. That's £3.55, and there isn't much difference from that one to that. I have got some other Fest beers that I ordered from Trembling Madness, which I'm expecting. God, that's a lot of gas to be drinking. Which I'm expecting to be better than that. And they're all of similar price. In fact, some are less. So I've got a Vine Stefano Heffer Weissbier Dunkel at £3.30, which I just know is going to be outstanding. The Vine Stefano Festbier, that was £3.50. The Erdinger Oktoberfest Marzen, £3.30. That's probably going to be very good. I don't know. My point is, I think my point is that little box is okay for what it is. It's all in one box, it's all in one place, there's no postage involved. With these, you just, you know, you buy that on its own at £3, whatever it was, plus postage. It's just ridiculous. It's very expensive. But that is all right. The Bischofshof, or however you pronounce it, is not bad. The Giesinger Festbier, higher ABV than that, but there really isn't much difference in taste between the two of them. There you go. Cheers. I'm all done. I don't know what this video is about. Ta-da. See you on another one.